Here we have Kavi, a 2 going on 3-year-old pit bull terrier. In this video, at the time, this was last summer 2010. We're working on a really hot day. She's working to find a person lost in the park. A little setup on this, though, real quick, is we've been working for about 2 hours on her dog reactiveness and other obedience training and tug of war, so she's quite tired. But we ended up with doing this one last track to go find this guy, which was my assistant trainer at the time. And he ran through this park or ran through this field, and here's where we pick up where she's kind of catching his scent, and she's going to go chase around and find him. The difficulty part of this is the fact that she's running across variable surfaces. She's going from dirt, grass to concrete to asphalt. The heat, when you're running on concrete and things, the heat, or even dry grass, the heat will dissipate your smell quicker. It'll eat your smell up faster. The age of the trail is about 30 minutes. The age of the track is about 30 to 35 minutes. So we think she's right on top of him because he's basically right over in this area. So, I'm like confident right here that she's just going to run right to him. But then she does this right-hand turn, and the building threw a big curve in her way. It broke his scent up somehow to where she couldn't catch it. And there's kids playing where she's going right now. There's a bunch of kids in school playing in the playgrounds and stuff. So she is a bit distracted, and she's quite tired. But we're not talking to her. We're not doing anything. We're just simply letting her kind of fill out the situation. And she's done this a lot, so, she knows the situation, what to do. So we go back around the building, and I hang back, and now I'm going to walk to the left part of the building because I think they're going to come out of there. And then they kind of go back toward the front of the building. So right in here is where she loses the scent. And what the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is really a big deal to a search and rescue dog. This is part of the process. They have to learn how to work it out on their own. Now, I'm thinking they're going to come around the back of this building, but then they surprise me and come back around the front. Now, here in a moment, what you're going to see is Kavi sniffing on the corner of this building. And if the guy ran across the front of the building, his scent's going to blow and stick to the front of that building. So that's where the scent's going to concentrate. So she's going to go toward it again, and she's starting to smell. And you'll notice she kind of hangs around the side of the building and the front of the building. Now, she's going back. Now, her handler did say, "Where is he? Let's work." Sort of a cue to get back on track. So she goes back to where she last smelled him coming out of that field. And right here, she'll turn, and she'll run right back to that corner of that building after she checks in with me. Then she goes over here to the corner of the building, and she starts smelling again. And then she'll go around the side of the building, the right side of the building, and she'll start smelling again. And you'll see me in just a second. You'll see that the camera goes down and up. I'm picking up some grass because I want to see where the wind's coming from, because there's no wind right now at all. And she's smelling the area again. There's no wind. And right here, she's still on a scent. Now I pick up the grass right there and I throw it. Now, right as I do that, the wind picks up, and watch what she does. She instantly, bam, she jumps back on the trail. She caught a whiff of his scent. She's air scenting at this point. She's no longer trailing him. So she sniffs the ground a little bit, and at this point in time, she knows exactly where he's at. She's heading right to that tree. He's behind the tree. And she finds him here, but he doesn't know that he's not supposed to touch her. No one told him, so he says, "Yay," and he touches her, and that turns her off. That basically says, "You're done, the work's over." So now she's going to go over here and smell this dead bird on the ground, and she just checks out now, because once he touched her and said, "Good dog," he turned her off. So now her handler has to work a little bit harder to get her attention back on going and finding him. And what you're going to see here in a second, she's going to sniff this dead bird, and then she's going to head toward the kids again. And right here, her owner's telling her to come on, let's get back to work. Now she's going to go toward the kids. She stops her from doing that. Now she gets her attention, says, "Let's work. Go find him. Where is he?" And now she'll start to finish the job. What's really cool about this is my favorite part of the video right here. When she's up on him, look at her tail. Watch her tail go. She starts wagging that tail as soon as she gets up on him. Now, second part of the video is coming up when she indicates. She jumps up on her owner and indicates that she found him. So right here, bam, I found somebody. Let's go find them. So that's Kavi, the pit bull terrier. And I really wanted to show this because it's really important, I think, for people to see that pit bulls, they can do other things other than just sit in the backyard. Thanks for watching.